Brace yourself for shocking footage humans were never meant to witness. A UFO caught on camera, raging ocean fires, and World War II soldiers traumatized by war. These 20 nightmare-inducing clips reveal the darkest, most disturbing events our fragile minds can barely comprehend. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Let's begin. Number 1. Ghost Army of the World War. In the chaos of World War II, where every move was a matter of life and death, the Ghost Army emerged as one of the lesser-known yet most intriguing strategies. Composed of artists, actors, designers, and sound engineers, this clandestine unit was tasked with a unique mission: to deceive the German forces through the art of illusion. Their tactics were straight out of a spy novel. For example, one of their most audacious tactics involved the use of inflatable tanks. These rubber replicas of M4 Sherman tanks, when fully inflated, looked remarkably convincing from a distance, fooling enemy reconnaissance and spies alike. But it wasn't just tanks. The Ghost Army also deployed inflatable jeeps and artillery pieces, turning the battlefield into a surreal landscape of deception. But the real magic happened behind the scenes, where sound engineers crafted recordings of tank movements and bustling army camps. These sounds, played over loudspeakers, added to the ruse, convincing the enemy that a massive Allied force was on the move. Perhaps the most brilliant stroke of all was the transmission of fake messages over the airwaves. Intercepted by German spies, these snippets of misinformation sent the enemy scrambling, diverting their attention and resources away from the real Allied operations. In the aftermath of the war, the exploits of the Ghost Army remained classified for decades, hidden in the shadows of history. It's only in recent years that we've begun to uncover the remarkable story of these unsung heroes and the extraordinary lengths they went to in the name of victory. Number 2. A witch. This video may seem like a scene straight out of a nightmare. It depicts what seems to be a witch, an ominous figure dragging another woman up a building. But the truth behind this video is rooted in a dark chapter of history: the terror of witch hunts that plagued Europe for hundreds of years. From the 15th to the 18th centuries, tens of thousands fell victim to the witch hunts, a dark era fueled by irrational fears, religious conflicts, and societal turmoil. In this tumultuous time, accusations of witchcraft became a convenient scapegoat for everything from unexplained phenomena to personal vendettas. It was a time when superstition ruled and justice was often swift and brutal. The consequences were dire. Innocent people, often women, were subjected to brutal trials, torture, and execution based on flimsy evidence and superstition. The mere suspicion of practicing witchcraft could lead to a death sentence, and the accused were often subjected to horrific methods like drowning, burning at the stake, or being hanged. Looking back, it's easy to see how irrational and unjust these witch hunts were. What once drove people to commit unspeakable acts of cruelty is now a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked fear and prejudice. Have you ever encountered superstitions or beliefs about witches in your community or culture? Tell us in the comments. Number 3. Soldiers looking at concentration camps. Join us as we delve into history's chilling depths with a photograph that still haunts today. In the aftermath of World War II, as the world grappled with the harrowing truths of the Holocaust, many German soldiers were forced to confront the monstrous actions they had taken part in. Once cogs in the Nazi war machine, they could no longer look away from the horrors of the concentration and extermination camps where unspeakable atrocities had been committed against the Jewish people. Now brace yourselves, because what you're about to see is truly unsettling. This photograph, reportedly discovered in a historical archive, is believed by many to be cursed. Allegedly captured amidst the turmoil of World War II, it is said to have originated from a place steeped in dark energy, a location haunted by the restless spirits of those who perished tragically nearby. Indeed, the mere sight of this photograph is enough to send shivers down your spine. The soldiers depicted in the image appear frozen in time, their expressions a haunting blend of horror and disbelief. It serves as a stark reminder of the atrocities committed during one of the darkest chapters in human history. While the authenticity of such claims remains uncertain, there's no denying the unsettling impact of the photo. Many who have encountered it, whether in dark corners of the internet or dusty archives, have reported an inexplicable sense of unease. As for me, I can't shake off the shivers it sends down my spine. What about you? Number 4. The Danakil Depression. Welcome to the Danakil Depression, a place so unearthly it could easily be mistaken for another planet. Located in the Afar region of Ethiopia, this surreal landscape is like nowhere else on Earth. Searing heat, toxic gases, bubbling lava lakes, and kaleidoscopic mineral formations stretching as far as the eye can see. It's a scene straight out of a science fiction nightmare. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the Danakil Depression so terrifying? Well, let's start with the temperatures. On any given day, the mercury can soar well above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to fry an egg on the ground, if you can stand to be outside long enough to try, that is. The relentless sun beats down mercilessly, leaving you feeling like you're trapped in an oven with no way out. But there's more. The Danakil Depression is also home to one of the most inhospitable environments on the planet. Toxic gases vent from the depths of the earth, filling the air with noxious fumes that can choke the life out of you in an instant. And let's not forget about the acid pools of bubbling neon-colored liquid that could dissolve your skin on contact. It's the stuff of nightmares, and you wouldn't want to find yourself falling into one of those pits. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, there's the lava lakes. Yes, you heard that right. Actual lakes of molten lava, swirling and bubbling ominously beneath the surface. One wrong step, and you could find yourself plunging into the fiery depths below. So, if you ever find yourself contemplating a trip to the Danakil Depression, just remember, it's not for the faint of heart. But hey, if you're feeling brave, it might just be the adventure of a lifetime. Just don't say I didn't warn you. Number 5. Underwater nuclear test. What you just witnessed was no ordinary explosion. It was an underwater nuclear test, a chilling reminder of the terrifying power humanity once wielded in the name of warfare. During the height of the Cold War, countries raced to demonstrate their nuclear capabilities, and the ocean became a battleground for these deadly demonstrations. Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands was ground zero for many of these tests, where the waters bore witness to explosions that sent shockwaves rippling through the depths, obliterating everything in their path. Ships intentionally anchored near the blast zones were swallowed by towering waves, showcasing the sheer devastation unleashed by nuclear force. But the destruction didn't end there. The aftermath of these tests cast a long, dark shadow over the ocean. The water surrounding the blast zones became contaminated with radioactive particles, leading to a sinister phenomenon known as radioactive rain. This toxic precipitation posed a grave threat to both land and sea, disrupting marine ecosystems and endangering the health of nearby communities. From plankton to the mightiest predators, no creature was spared the effects of nuclear fallout. Radioactive materials seeped into the food chain, triggering a chain reaction of environmental devastation. And as if that weren't enough, the long-term health impacts were equally dire. Communities near the test sites, especially in the Pacific region, experienced a surge in radiation-related illnesses, including cancer and birth defects. It's a chapter in history that we must never forget to make sure we don't repeat the mistakes of the past. Number 6. Ocean on fire. Ever thought you'd see the ocean engulfed in flames? Well, brace yourself. A recent video captured near Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula shows exactly that. Bright orange flames flickering on the water's surface. You might be wondering how on earth the ocean caught fire. Well, the state oil company Pemex pointed fingers at a gas leak from an underwater pipeline as the culprit. But here's the kicker. Gas alone can't ignite itself, especially not natural gas. So blaming a natural leak for its own ignition is, frankly, a bit foolish. As bright orange flames leaped out of the water, locals and media outlets dubbed it an eye of fire, given its circular shape and proximity to a crucial Pemex oil platform. For over 5 hours, this inferno raged across the ocean's surface, a terrifying spectacle that seemed straight out of a disaster movie. Thankfully, firefighters managed to extinguish the blaze before it could cause any injuries or further damage, but the potential consequences were chilling to consider. The fire started in an underwater pipeline connected to Pemex's flagship Ku Malub Zap oil development platform, the crown jewel of their operations. Had the fire reached the platform, the devastation would have been catastrophic. After deeper investigation, it was confirmed that the fire did indeed originate from the underwater pipeline. Pemex reassured the public that production efforts were not delayed by the incident, but the lingering image of the ocean ablaze serves as a stark reminder of the risks and consequences associated with offshore drilling. So the next time you think the ocean couldn't possibly get any scarier, just remember, sometimes even the vast expanse of the sea isn't immune to the flames of disaster. Number 7. Shadow experiment. Imagine standing in front of a wall, bracing yourself for what's to come. In this chilling video, we witness Louis Slotin, a Canadian physicist, preparing for a thermal radiation experiment. As the experiment unfolds, the intensity of the radiation leaves eerie shadows on the walls and pavements, revealing the stark reality of the power unleashed. What makes this experiment even more haunting is the tragic fate that befell Slotin shortly after. Some speculate that his death was a direct result of the experiment, while others argue it was unrelated. Regardless, the experiment serves as a sobering reminder of the sheer devastation nuclear weapons can unleash. As you watch this footage, you can't help but feel a shiver run down your spine. It's a stark reminder of the risks we take in the name of progress, and the heavy toll it can sometimes exact. Number 8. Hyperrealistic robots. Just when you thought robots couldn't get any creepier, think again. Feast your eyes on the latest in humanoid technology. Hyperrealistic robots. The history of robots stretches back to ancient times, but it's in the 21st century that we've truly entered the realm of science fiction. Here's a promotional video showcasing the Ameca, a humanoid robot developed by a UK-based company. With its remarkably human-like appearance and natural-looking expressions, the Ameca blurs the line between man and machine. You can see the humanoid waking up, blinking its eyes, and even responding to touch. Its gray-colored skin and gender-neutral features make it arguably the most advanced human-shaped robot to date. It looks so real it's hard to believe it's not flesh and blood. As the Ameca examines itself and interacts with its surroundings, you can't help but feel a sense of awe and maybe a twinge of unease. And with each lifelike stride of these robots, it seems that humanity's future only grows more uncertain. Number 9. Snake Island. Let's journey to an island so treacherous that even the bravest souls dare not set foot upon its shores. Welcome to Snake Island, a place shrouded in mystery and danger, located 20 miles off the coast of Brazil. As the name suggests, Snake Island is overrun with one of the deadliest creatures known to man, the golden lancehead pit viper. It houses up to 5 of these venomous snakes lurking per square meter, ready to strike at any moment. It's a snake lover's nightmare and a horror movie waiting to happen. But how did these deadly serpents come to inhabit this forsaken island? The answer lies in the island's isolation. Trapped after the last ice age over 11,000 years ago, rising seawater cut off any chance of escape for these slithering predators. Left to evolve in isolation, the snakes adapted to their environment, becoming even more venomous to survive. The venom of the golden lancehead pit viper is no joke. It's so potent that it can melt human flesh on contact. It's the stuff of nightmares, and the Brazilian government knows it. That's why they've wisely prohibited anyone from setting foot on Snake Island, save for a few brave scientists and researchers who dare to tread carefully with ample protective measures. So, if you ever find yourself tempted to explore Snake Island, remember this warning. The danger is real, and venturing onto its shores is a gamble with your life. After all, as the saying goes, curiosity killed the cat. And it might just do the same to you if you're not careful. Number 10. Walking ladders. Imagine waking up in the dead of night to find your ladder on the move, creeping across the floor like a ghostly apparition. It might sound like the plot of a horror movie, but for some unlucky souls, it's a chilling reality. These so-called haunted ladders have been caught on camera, seemingly moving of their own accord. But before you start blaming the supernatural, let's delve into the science behind these spooky encounters. Believe it or not, it's not demons at work here, but rather the laws of physics. Factors like gravity, angle of repose, and friction between the ladder's feet and the floor come into play. When the conditions are just right, like a downhill trajectory and an uneven surface, these ladders can start to move on their own, propelled by their own weight and the forces acting upon them. In the end, whether you believe in haunted ladders or not, one thing's for sure. When it comes to safety, it's better to be safe than sorry. And maybe, just maybe, it's time for that ladder to find a new job, one that doesn't involve midnight strolls. Number 11, when lightning strikes water. Picture this: you're out on the water enjoying a swim or a boat ride on a sunny day, when suddenly the sky darkens and the first rumble of thunder echoes in the distance. You might think it's just another passing storm, but what if lightning decides to strike? Well, let's just say that when lightning meets water, things can get pretty explosive. You see, water is an excellent conductor of electricity, so when lightning strikes, it can send powerful currents racing through the water, posing a serious threat to anyone nearby. Now you might be thinking, what are the odds of lightning hitting the water anyway? Surprisingly, they're pretty good. Lightning often targets the tallest objects in the vicinity, and if you're swimming or boating, that could very well be you. But here's the kicker. Even if lightning doesn't strike you directly, just being in the water during a thunderstorm can be dangerous. That's because a lightning strike on nearby land can send currents rippling through the water, putting you at risk of injury or even death. So, what's the best course of action when you hear thunder or see lightning while you're out on the water? It's simple. Get out and get inside. Whether it's a building, a car, or even a makeshift shelter, just get to safety as quickly as you can. You never know when Mother Nature might decide to throw a shocking surprise your way. Number 12, Seagull hitches a ride. This guy was out by the sea, minding his own business, when suddenly he spotted something that defies all logic and expectation. It's a seagull, hitching a ride. Yes, you heard that right. This lazy seabird decided it was high time for a break and opted for the most unconventional mode of transportation: another bird. Now you might be wondering, how on earth did this happen? Well, truth be told, no one knows for sure. Maybe the flying bird took pity on its tired companion and offered a lift. Or perhaps the hitchhiker seagull just couldn't be bothered to fly anymore and found a more comfortable perch. Either way, it's a sight that's bound to leave you scratching your head in disbelief. Who knows what other unexpected sights await us out there in the wild blue yonder? One thing's for sure, when it comes to the animal kingdom, expect the unexpected. Number 13. Iron Man diving suit. Imagine diving into the depths of the ocean encased in a suit of iron. Here's a relic from the early 20th century known as the Iron Man diving apparatus. Developed by Captain Enos B. Petrie, this contraption was designed to provide divers with enhanced protection compared to the standard canvas diving suits of its time. Crafted entirely from metal, the Iron Man suit was a formidable sight. Its articulated joints allowed for some degree of flexibility underwater, while portholes provided visibility in the murky depths. However, despite its imposing appearance, the suit had its limitations. The weight and rigidity of the Iron Man apparatus were both its strength and weakness. While the metal construction offered increased protection against underwater hazards, such as sharp objects and aggressive marine animals, its bulkiness made it cumbersome. Divers found themselves encumbered by the suit's weight, potentially restricting their mobility and increasing the risk of entrapment or emergencies. Moreover, like other diving suits of its era, the Iron Man apparatus relied on a tethered air hose for the diver's oxygen supply. This limited divers' range of movement and agility underwater, further exacerbating the challenges posed by the suit's design. While the Iron Man diving apparatus represented a significant advancement in diver protection during its time, it has since been surpassed by modern diving technology. Today, divers benefit from lightweight, flexible wetsuits and advanced equipment that offer greater mobility and safety. All in all, the Iron Man suit may have been a bold experiment, but ultimately, it's the advancements of today that keep us afloat. Number 14. Glowing jumbo jet. In the vast expanse of the sky, a peculiar sight caught the attention of viewers worldwide. A mysterious jumbo jet glowing with an otherworldly red-hot hue. Initially dismissed as a trick of the light, the continuous and intense glow sparked speculation and concern among viewers worldwide. Was it a mere reflection of the sun, or something more sinister? As theories abound, ranging from holograms to unidentified flying objects, the mysterious glow raised more questions than answers. Some speculated that the glowing jumbo jet might be a clandestine military aircraft or an advanced technology hidden from the public eye. Birmingham, known for its history of baffling aerial phenomena, added another enigmatic chapter to its skies. Over the years, sightings of inexplicable events in Birmingham's skies have intrigued and bewildered residents, from reports of witch women vanishing into thin air to erratic flying objects defying conventional explanation. What's more, the release of classified records by the UK government in 2010 further fueled speculation, shedding light on previously undisclosed accounts of unidentified flying objects. What do you think this mysterious object is? A jumbo jet, a UFO, or something else? Drop your theories in the comments. Number 15. Bees in the dark. Prepare to be stunned by this mind-blowing footage of bees behaving in a way that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about these tiny, buzzing creatures. Picture this. The lights go out, and suddenly, dozens of bees plummet to the ground, seemingly without rhyme or reason. What could possibly cause such a bizarre phenomenon? Captured by a diligent PhD student in biotechnology and biological science, this video has garnered over 1 million views and sparked a frenzy of speculation. As the bees inexplicably drop from the sky, theories abound. Could it be a fear response to nocturnal predators like bats? Or perhaps a simple case of bees losing their way in the darkness? Bees, as it turns out, are creatures of the sun. They rely on sunlight to navigate and thrive, making sudden darkness a jarring disruption to their natural rhythms. Some observers have even noted instances of lethargic behavior in bees when shaded by large buildings or structures, suggesting that their dependence on sunlight is deeply ingrained. But what's truly fascinating is the mystery behind this phenomenon. Is it a one-time occurrence, or does it happen elsewhere? Could there be more to this behavior than meets the eye? With so many questions left unanswered, one thing's for sure. The world of bees is filled with surprises, and we've only just scratched the surface. Number 16. Fastest turtle ever. Next up, get ready to have your mind blown by this astonishing footage of the fastest turtle ever caught on camera. While turtles are often associated with slow movements on land, they are true speed demons in the water. With speeds reaching up to 22 miles per hour, leatherback sea turtles are the Ferrari of the sea, effortlessly gliding through ocean currents with unparalleled agility. But don't underestimate their prowess on land either. Even the soft-shelled turtle, known for its leisurely pace, can clock in at an impressive 3 miles per hour. With their protective shells and lightning-fast reflexes, turtles prove to be formidable adversaries for any would-be predators. So the next time you see a turtle basking in the sun or gracefully swimming in the ocean, remember, they may be moving slower than you think. After all, in the race of life, sometimes slow and steady wins the race. But in the case of turtles, speed is also on their side. Number 17. Revisiting the attic. This is a photograph that holds a world of history within its frame. Here stands Mr. Otto Frank, alone in the attic of the secret annex in Amsterdam. This seemingly ordinary image carries immense weight. It's a glimpse into the haunting past of the Frank family, known for their daughter Anne's diary. As you may know, Anne's diary chronicled their time in hiding during the Holocaust, a period of unimaginable fear and tragedy. Despite Otto Frank being the sole survivor of his family, their legacy lives on through Anne's words. Returning to the attic after the war must have been a moment of profound sorrow and reflection for Otto Frank, a stark reminder of the family he lost. Yet, it was also evidence of their resilience and the enduring power of Anne's voice. The diary, discovered by a courageous friend, Miep Gies, offers a glimpse into the daily struggles and hopes of a young girl facing adversity. And today, we honor Anne's memory by reading her diary, a powerful reminder of the human cost of war and intolerance. Number 18. Talking birds. Did you know that ravens are the master mimics of the avian world? These feathered geniuses rival the smarts of chimpanzees and dolphins, proving that there's more to birds than meets the eye. Captive ravens, in particular, are notorious chatterboxes, surpassing even parrots in their ability to mimic human speech and a myriad of other sounds, from car engines to flushing toilets. But their intelligence goes beyond mere mimicry. In logic tests, ravens have demonstrated problem-solving skills that would make even the cleverest humans envious. They've been observed devising elaborate strategies to obtain food, using tools, and even employing deception to outsmart their fellow ravens. In the wild, ravens exhibit playful behavior that rivals even the most mischievous of mammals. From using snow-covered roofs as slides to playing keep-away with other animals, these birds know how to have fun. And sometimes they simply enjoy taunting and mocking other creatures, just because they can. Number 19. Real-life invisibility. Imagine possessing the power of true invisibility, a superpower that's captured the imaginations of many. Well, hold on to your seats because this next video will show you just how close we've come to making invisibility a reality. Using a remarkable device called a Fresnel lens, originally invented by French physicist Augustin Jean Fresnel for lighthouses, this video demonstrates a mind-bending optical illusion. The lens captures light from oblique angles and redirects it forward, effectively making objects behind it disappear from view. It's like magic, but with a scientific twist. What's truly fascinating is the lens's ability to manipulate light waves, creating the illusion of invisibility in a way that's both ingenious and surprisingly simple. Originally designed to enhance the visibility of lighthouses and save ships from perilous waters, the Fresnel lens has now found a new application, making things vanish before your very eyes. Who knew that a device designed for lighthouses could hold the key to unlocking the secrets of invisibility? Number 20. Declassified UFOs. If you haven't delved into the recent declassified UFO files from the government, you're in for a wild ride. The Pentagon, the United States Department of Defense, has finally lifted the veil on some of its most closely guarded secrets regarding unidentified flying objects. These newly declassified files offer a treasure trove of information, revealing tantalizing details about encounters between military personnel and unidentified aerial phenomena. From pilots witnessing strange aircraft exhibiting unearthly maneuvers to radar operators tracking mysterious objects moving at unimaginable speeds, these files paint a picture of a phenomenon that defies conventional explanation. But what does it all mean? Are we on the brink of discovering extraterrestrial life? Or is there a more mundane explanation behind these perplexing sightings? The truth is, we may never know for sure. However, one thing is certain. The release of these files has reignited public interest in the possibility of intelligent life beyond our planet. And as they say, the truth is out there, and it's up to you to decide what to believe. Thanks for watching another episode. Click the next video on your screen for more.